Welcome to Wise Elders Stories channel. Subscribe to Wise Elders Stories channel for more valuable insights. Have you ever opened up about something personal, only to later regret it? As we age, we accumulate wisdom, but we also discover that some matters are best kept private. In this video, I'll discuss 5 crucial things you should refrain from sharing with your family after 65. These insights aren't about dishonesty, they're about safeguarding your peace, dignity, and relationships. Stay with me until the end, as grasping these concepts could help you avoid unnecessary regrets and even enhance your connections with your loved ones. Before we dive in, I would be grateful if you enjoyed this video. Your support can help me share the valuable lessons of aging. If you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so and activate the notification bell to stay updated on new content. If this video resonates with you, please comment with a 1, if it doesn't, a 0 will help me improve future videos. Now, let's dive in. As time goes by, we gather wisdom, hard-earned lessons forged through experience, triumphs, and setbacks. However, with that wisdom comes something less desirable. As time passes, we find ourselves contemplating the decisions we've made, the paths we chose not to follow, and the sentiments we left unspoken. A prevalent sentiment among individuals reflecting on their lives is the realization that they may have revealed too much, offering up personal insights, vulnerabilities, and struggles that perhaps should have stayed within. Contrary to popular belief, there is significant strength in discerning what to disclose and what to hold close. Not every thought, word, concern, or painful recollection needs to be shared with those in our lives, even if they are well-meaning. Family is not about deception or secrecy, it's about preserving dignity, maintaining strength, and ensuring that your truths do not become a burden on others. There are certain things, 5, to be exact, that a wise person should learn to keep within. Failing to do so can lead to unintended consequences. You may start to notice that people treat you differently, not necessarily with cruelty, but with a subtle shift in perception. You may no longer be seen as strong, as resilient, as someone to turn to for guidance. Instead, you may be viewed as delicate, as an individual who seeks understanding rather than demands reverence, and perhaps most troubling is the realization that those in your vicinity may start to perceive you differently, not with awe but with a subdued sense of sympathy. One of the most significant yet frequently neglected aspects that ought to be protected is personal regret. Regret is one of the weightiest loads a person can bear, and as we age, it's instinctive to desire to let it go, to confide our uncertainties to loved ones in the hope of discovering solace or resolution. However, while articulating our regrets may offer temporary comfort, can lead to enduring consequences, ones that resonate through relationships in unexpected ways. When a parent or elder shares their deepest regrets, especially with their children, it can profoundly alter how those children perceive themselves and their own journeys. A father who confesses a desire for a different career may unintentionally prompt his children to reevaluate their own choices. Similarly, a mother who expresses regret over a past relationship or a pivotal decision may unintentionally sowing seeds of uncertainty, leading her children to question whether they are merely the byproducts of previous missteps instead of valued decisions. The heaviness of realizing that a figure they look up to has borne such profound regret can be disconcerting. It has the potential to shift the fabric of family relationships, transforming admiration into melancholy and appreciation into remorse. Children might find themselves feeling powerless, unable to alter what has transpired, yet weighed down by the understanding that a beloved person has endured significant disappointment. Furthermore, they may absorb these feelings of regret, sensing as though their very existence is linked to an unfortunate choice rather than a life fully embraced. Dwelling too much on the past can rob the present of its vibrancy. When someone often recounts what could have been, what they should have done, or what they wish had occurred, it fosters an ambience of sorrow and yearning instead of gratitude for the moments that are still unfolding. This can lead family members to feel as if their presence is insufficient to bring happiness, as if the time they share is eclipsed by What was lost rather than what remains. Instead of strengthening family bonds, excessive sharing of regrets can unintentionally create distance. Conversations become heavier, interactions tinged with sorrow rather than warmth. Loved ones may feel as though they are shouldering a burden they were never meant to carry. Rather than feeling understood and comforted, the person sharing their regrets may find themselves more isolated than before, trapped in a cycle of reliving the past rather than embracing the time they have left. It is not about suppressing your truth or acting as if regrets are non-existent. Involves recognizing that certain emotions and reflections are often best navigated in solitude or with those who can provide insight without negative repercussions. There is power in keeping things to oneself, along with wisdom and self-control, and a sense of tranquility in realizing that the most significant aspects of life are not always articulated but rather safeguarded within. However, there is a genuine risk in letting reflection morph into resentment. It's common to revisit past decisions. Experiencing a blend of emotions, including regret, can serve as a powerful catalyst for personal growth when approached with the right mindset. It fosters learning, enhances self-awareness, and opens avenues for sharing insights with others. However, when regret overshadows discussions, persistently dwelling on past disappointments can strain relationships. Those close to us may begin to distance themselves, not out of a lack of empathy or concern, but because they feel powerless against circumstances that cannot be altered, regardless of the effort invested. They may wish to offer comfort or support, yet they cannot alter the past. Being continually reminded of previous mistakes or missed opportunities can lead to emotional exhaustion over time. This can diminish the quality of interactions, transforming them from meaningful exchanges into burdensome experiences. Rather than sharing laughter, connection, and mutual understanding, conversations may become clouded by sorrow, frustration, or even resentment. The line between healthy reflection and fixation on the past becomes increasingly blurred. Regret often stems from the challenge of discerning when to express concerns and when to keep certain thoughts to oneself. It's not about stifling emotions or shying away from crucial conversations. Rather, true insight lies in the art of communication that nurtures understanding instead of overwhelming others. Instead of fixating on the unchangeable, transforming those reflections into meaningful lessons can provide a more constructive and uplifting means of imparting life's wisdom. As I continue to engage with this video, I'm discovering valuable lessons. If you're still with me, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're watching too. I appreciate your time. Financial matters are indeed personal, yet they significantly influence relationships. While honesty is crucial, there's a fine line between being open and oversharing, particularly regarding money discussions. The manner in which financial information is communicated within a family can have enduring consequences. Ways that are challenging to foresee whether one is encountering financial difficulties or experiencing abundance. Both ends of the spectrum can bring about intricacies in family relationships that might not be obvious at first. What may begin as a harmless discussion about monetary issues, perhaps a mere expression of annoyance over increasing costs, retirement worries, or unforeseen expenses, can slowly foster a sense of anxiety in family members. Children, irrespective of their age, may start to sense an escalating burden of responsibility for the well-being of parents can sometimes come at the cost of their financial stability. A son or daughter who often hears about a parent's financial struggles may feel the urge to intervene and provide assistance, even if it imposes a burden on their own family or personal aspirations. Over time, this well-meaning support can evolve into a source of stress, leading to a situation where affection and care become intertwined with financial responsibilities. The child may not harbor resentment towards their parents, but they might feel trapped between their obligations and the pressure to help. What starts as a straightforward discussion about financial concerns can gradually alter the dynamics of a relationship, transforming it from one rooted in mutual respect and emotional support to one characterized by obligation and financial pressure. Conversely, openly talking about financial achievements can lead to unforeseen repercussions. While there's nothing inherently wrong with taking pride in one's successes or relishing the rewards of hard work, divulging excessive information about financial prosperity can foster unrealistic expectations among others. Some family members may cultivate a sense of entitlement, believing that because a parent or relative is affluent, they should be automatically supported. This can foster dependency, as certain individuals start to lean on the expectation of financial assistance instead of pursuing their independence. Additionally, disparities in wealth within a family can generate unspoken tensions, even if they remain unaddressed. Siblings who notice an imbalance in financial situations may begin to compare themselves to each other, leading to feelings of jealousy, rivalry, or resentment. Discussions about inheritances, loans, or financial gifts can further complicate relationships. Differing expectations and perceived favoritism can spark conflicts that strain family bonds. Ultimately, while financial matters are an unavoidable part of life, they should be approached with careful consideration. Transparency has its place, but it should always be balanced with discretion. The way financial struggles or successes are communicated can shape family dynamics. In significant ways, shaping connections for the future requires careful word choice. Emphasizing financial lessons instead of burdens or entitlements, while fostering a spirit of encouragement rather than expectation, can help maintain both emotional and financial harmony within a family. The importance of discretion, deciding what to share and what to keep private, cannot be overstated. Life revolves around relationships, and our communication profoundly influences those bonds. The decisions we make about sharing or withholding information leave enduring impacts on how others perceive us, how they treat us, and how relationships evolve. While openness and honesty are often seen as the foundation of strong connections, there is also wisdom in discretion. Not every detail of our lives needs to be shared freely, as some topics, when discussed too openly, can shift the nature of our interactions in ways that may not always serve our best interests. One such area where caution is essential is in conversations about finances. Money has a way of influencing human relationships more than we often realize. Financial details often emerge as a common subject in conversations, influencing the dynamics of relationships in ways that can be both subtle and significant. Instead of being appreciated for your intrinsic qualities, your wisdom, kindness, and experiences, there's a possibility that you may be viewed primarily through a financial perspective. If you are financially secure and choose to disclose your wealth, some family members may start to see you more as a potential source of financial assistance rather than as a beloved individual deserving of respect. This shift in perception may not be intentional, but it can happen nonetheless. As the equation unfolds, you might notice that relatives grow increasingly at ease with asking for financial assistance, even if such requests were previously unthinkable. Conversations may begin to weave in subtle suggestions of their financial difficulties, and soon enough, your kindness could be viewed as a given rather than a gesture of goodwill. Conversely, if you open up about your own financial challenges, the dynamic may transform in a different yet equally complex manner. Family members who once regarded you as self-sufficient may start to see you in a new light. Self-sufficiency can lead to a perception of being a burden, even from those who care deeply. Conversations may be approached with caution, as there's a concern about unspoken struggles. Some might distance themselves, uncertain of how to provide support or reluctant to assume additional financial obligations. These dynamics, being viewed as a financial asset or a liability, can undermine the authentic connections essential for nurturing relationships. The profound love and respect we hold for our family should not be diminished by such concerns. While it's easy to be swayed by monetary matters, openly discussing financial details can lead to unintended consequences. It's wise to handle financial conversations with caution. Being transparent with a trusted spouse or partner is essential, but divulging extensive information to extended family may not be necessary and can sometimes be unwise. Instead of focusing on the specifics of your financial situation, it's often more advantageous to offer guidance, share insights, and assist others in understanding financial principles. Enhance financial understanding by setting a personal example instead of relying on transparency. This approach allows you to steer your financial story while still providing meaningful guidance to those nearby. The intricate nature of family perspectives and relationships is filled with history, emotions, and deeply rooted dynamics that have developed over many years. Within these connections, it can be tempting to share personal views about specific family members, especially during times of frustration or heightened emotion. When we are deeply affected by another's actions or decisions, expressing those feelings can seem like a necessary outlet and a chance to share with someone we trust. Yet, what appears to be a simple sharing of thoughts can lead to enduring repercussions that extend well beyond the current dialogue. Once uttered, words cannot be retracted. They possess the ability to influence relationships in ways that might not be obvious at first but can evolve over time into challenges that are hard to resolve. One of the most significant dangers of candidly expressing strong feelings regarding a family member can lead to significant rifts. A single remark of disapproval about a son-in-law, a pointed criticism of a sibling, or a fleeting moment of exasperation aimed at an adult child can resonate deeply with those who overhear it. Even when such sentiments are shared privately, they often find a way to circulate, sometimes without intent, sometimes in unexpected manners. Imagine a situation where a grandparent reveals their discontent with a granddaughter's career path. The emotions once expressed to a family member linger, often resurfacing in various forms until they reach the granddaughter herself. Even when spoken with concern rather than criticism, these words can leave deep scars. She might begin to feel the need to prove her worth or, even more troubling, that she has been dismissed by her family. This highlights the importance of discretion in nurturing strong family connections. Opting to keep certain thoughts to oneself is not an act of dishonesty, it is a thoughtful choice. Being aware of the impact our words have is essential. Nurturing relationships demands thoughtful consideration. Not every feeling or annoyance warrants expression. There is significant strength in exercising restraint, understanding that while truthfulness matters, it should be tempered with awareness of how our words will be perceived and the influence they have on our cherished connections. If you are still engaged with this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to indicate your continued presence with me. Thank you for your valuable time. The impact of health-focused conversations as we age is significant. Discussions about health naturally become more frequent. After all, our bodies change, new challenges arise, and staying on top of medical concerns becomes a greater priority. However, when health becomes the central focus of every conversation, it can suddenly alter how family members perceive and interact with us. When younger family members hear frequent talk about ailments, doctor visits, or physical limitations, they may, perhaps without realizing it, begin to observing their aging relatives can lead to a perception of fragility or dependence, contrasting sharply with the earlier view of elders as strong, wise, and capable figures. This change may prompt a more cautious, concerned, or even pitying approach to interactions. Such a shift is seldom deliberate or malicious, rather, it often stems from a place of love. Nonetheless, it can inadvertently alter the dynamics of relationships. While sharing health updates is essential when needed, it is equally crucial to ensure that health does not overshadow the essence of interactions. Conversations should still embrace laughter and joy. Exploring narratives and engaging in conversations about hobbies, interests, and significant life experiences fosters a well-rounded dialogue. This reinforces the notion that we are more than our physical existence. We are individuals with rich histories, valuable insights, and ongoing contributions to offer. Navigating fear and anxiety in discussions is essential, as fear is a natural aspect of life, especially as we age and confront uncertainties about the future. Concerns about aging, loneliness, health, or the state of the world are entirely valid, and articulating these worries is important. Is a typical aspect of emotional experiences. However, when discussions are overshadowed by fear and anxiety, it can create an emotional burden for those nearby. Loved ones may wish to offer comfort, yet they might also feel powerless if they lack solutions. Over time, if interactions consistently center on concerns and negative scenarios, family members may start to engage in conversations out of a sense of duty rather than delight. Rather than anticipating visits or phone calls with excitement, they may begin to prepare themselves for discomfort. Another discussion filled with distressing concerns highlights that true strength arises not from ignoring fear, but from the choice to not let it overshadow the present. By focusing on moments of joy, gratitude, and shared experiences, relationships can remain rooted in warmth and connection rather than anxiety and worry. In conclusion, discretion is not about withholding love or shutting down meaningful conversations. It is about understanding when and how to share in ways that enhance relationships rather than complicate them. Financial matters, personal opinions, health concerns, or fears about the future require careful consideration of what we share. This ensures that our relationships remain filled with trust, respect, and genuine connection. Ultimately, the strongest relationships are built not just on honesty, but on wisdom, kindness, and the ability to navigate life's complexities with grace. We've discussed 5 important things that are best kept to yourself after 65, not to deceive, but to protect your peace, dignity, and relationships. Now, I would love to hear from you. What insights have you gained from this video? Share one practice you plan to implement in your life in the comments below. Let's exchange ideas and grow together. If you enjoyed this video, please leave your thoughts below, and remember to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your support enables us to keep producing valuable content just for you.